I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me.
What up, guys? It's your boy Nick, aka the Titans Fanatic, just here to sum up today's game, the big 17-10 win over the 1-9, I guess 1-10 now, Carolina Panthers. Overall, I would have to say it was a pretty solid game against a really bad competitor, whatever that means. I think Levis started out strong. I think the offense started out strong. And that big, whatever it was, like 90-something yard drive. He had a pretty good ball movement on that one. There's a couple penalties that kind of helped continue the play, but overall, I thought the offensive line was okay. I think their big two guys, was it Brown and Burns or something. Overall, I think they did what they're going to do because they're pretty good players. Other than that, I didn't think they did an amazing job. You know, there was the second time we scored. It was a really short field. There was a turnover by the defense, and speaking of the defense, I thought the defense played a pretty stout game. I think that there were some bad penalty calls. There were some bad penalties that the Titans actually did, and then I think there were some bad calls that the officiating crew actually did, which seems to be quite a regular occurrence anytime we have that I won't say that crew, but whoever that I think his name is like Boger, the umpire or the lead referee or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of his games unless he's doing a Titans game, but it seems like he has one out for the Titans, and I'm not just saying that as a fan's perspective. It just seems like there's some real ticky-tack calls that are called sometimes. There's some real calls I think Titans fans, you could hear in the crowd, didn't like it, but they were obvious PIs and stuff like that. You know, I don't think the secondary didn't play very well, to be honest with you. I don't think Christian Fulton played very well. I don't look at tape. I'm not a tape junkie. I don't have any access to any all 22 or anything like that. I wish I did, but I don't have the money for it. So whatever I saw is what I saw, and what how I felt about it at the time. So overall, I think we had a pretty solid game against a pretty bad competitor. Overall, I think the last point I want to say is I think in the end, it could tremendously hurt us in the end, winning these games, even though I hate to say, you don't want your team to go down there and just sit down and not compete and all that other stuff. But, you know, the Titans have pretty significant holes in both offense and defense. Cornerback is a position, offensive line is an obvious position, wide receiver is a position we need. I think we need maybe... I don't know. I'm not out on Wiley yet as a tight end, but I think he's going to be more of a tight end 3. I think we need a real tight end 1 who can block and catch, and let Chig play as like a H-back, move around type of Swiss Army knife type of guy. I don't think he is having a very successful year being the primary number 1 tight end, so that's a position we need to look at. All that type of stuff. I think I haven't really looked into it because this is just my raw feelings about the game for the most part. But I think that like this win. Of course, this is just 1 week. We got to finish the rest of the season to determine where we're going to be at draft wise. But I think that like if we keep winning 1 or 2, 3 more, it's going to put us probably closer to 9 or 10, which is still a good pick. But we need a top flight offensive left, or like let's say left tackle. We need a real left tackle. I mean, we could get by with some of these guys. I think Skoronski's a good left guard. Brewer's got to go. I think he's too small. I mean, he's just too small. He gets You could see that with Brown today. Big, strong defensive tackles just run him over. And I mean, it's good that he can do some things where he can, he can switch and he can go and he can go to the second level and open some things up. But when he's getting pushed back 8 or 9 yards into the backfield, getting Derrick Henry or Will Levis sacked or Derrick Henry tackled for a freaking -6 or 7 yards, you can't have it. You can't have it. I mean, not with this team. We need to be continuously going forward, not these backwards plays. I don't know. Like, here, let's look. Let me take this off real quick. I just really want to see where we are. Maybe if they have the updates from where we'd fall from. Um, I think we were 6 before. So what we might be. Let's see. Yeah, see, they already got us down to 9th. And, let's see. In this one, in this particular draft, and every draft's going to be different, it's a simulation. Just like the real draft's going to be random as all get out anyway. But you got CJ Latham. I think I'm saying that right. I could take him there at 9th, theoretically if I was the Titans. But he's, in my opinion, is a right guard. We need to get a left guard first. We have a right-handed quarterback. We need to get a left tackle. We need to get a left tackle. He is a right tackle, in my opinion. He might be a left tackle. He might come in and play, but he's a big, huge guy. He seems like a big brawler, a big lane opener, a big right side guy that you're going to run behind, which we need. We're still going to need. We're a run-first team. That'd be great. We might be able to sign somebody. But like, if you look at the free agents that are in as of right now, of course, you never know who's going to come open. But as of right now, the free agency for offensive tackles is way, way less quality than the free agents they're supposed to have next year for wide receiver. And this is a stacked wide receiver class. Stacked. So you can still get somebody in the second, third round if we can figure out how to manipulate. I know we don't have a third round pick right now, but we can manipulate something. Trade somebody or trade some pieces or trade back and move around in the second round and pick up a good wide receiver, in third, fourth, maybe, somewhere. But I don't think you're going to get that same quality lineman in the third or fourth like you will a receiver in this draft. So to me, I think I'm about 65, 35, whatever the math is. I'm not great at math. I'm from Kentucky. Give me a break. But I'm still on the Levis bandwagon. But, things are getting a little bumpy. He's making some erratic plays and some erratic choices that I don't think, even you can tell throughout the game, they were kind of like, whoa, slow it down. Let's, it's just amazing. Sometimes he'll throw something like this weird arm angle. The thing will still be going like 1.5 miles an hour, and he'll get to the receiver. And then the next play, he'll throw it and be like perfectly looking, but he'll throw it right to the wrong guy. And just because, I don't know if he's throwing it too fast or the DBs on the other teams just can't catch. There's been a lot of situations where he has got away with some what should be interceptions. So, and I think he's a young guy. There's gonna be ups and downs with young guys, and that's fine, and I'm cool with that. But like, sometimes you're like, oh, that decision making, that's what people were worried about when he came in. It was just decision making. So I'm kind of just like, I'm a little worried, just a little worried. But he also needs pieces. He needs some pieces around him for you can truly, say if he's the guy or not. I don't think we've ever had a young quality like maybe Mariota. Then Mariota started seeing ghosts once he hurt his leg. But there was time when Mariota was going to be awesome. And I think there was time when he was playing pretty good, and then he started seeing ghosts, started getting hurt. The team started going downhill, and then Vrabel and them came in. They didn't have no faith in Mariota. They let him go. So I hope we don't lose faith in Levis too fast. I don't know. I don't know if that's a carryover thing from New England. I don't know, because there's that whole thing that Tom Brady was saying when he went to the Patriots, how Bill Belichick was always saying stuff about him. He never had faith in him and blah, blah, blah. I don't know how much that was blown out of proportion, just Tom Brady being Tom Brady. But, hopefully that's not like something that like that hard-nosed, like defensive style head coach makes makes these quarterbacks feel inept, and then they lose faith in themselves. I was not sponsored by the Navy, by the way. That just popped up. I'm sorry about that. But thank you guys so much for watching, and if you want to do all the YouTube stuff, the likes and shares and subs and whatever, I appreciate it. If not, it's cool. I understand. Either way, I appreciate you watching and for your time. Thanks, and take care. Peace.